Hey there, Silvertongue Devil here, and in this live stream we're back on Hellsweeper. It's got another update. We now have some more things to play with, and I have a challenge for tonight, or I have an idea of something to do. So we'll have a look at what's been added. There's been a few new perks, one particularly new weapon, a couple of features added to the game which for me have had an unexpected effect in that they've helped out the problem that I think the game has, in that the backgrounds can be a little bit bland and blocky, and what was supposed to be environmental effects to help you kill the demons has ended up just livening the background up a little bit, and it looks nice. I like it. So before I have a look at what we're going to be at the new stuff tonight, we're at level 95 now. I've got it on good authority that when you hit level 100 you can then promote your account, which then I think takes you back to level 1, which doesn't matter because we keep all of our unlocks, I fucking hope. But there is some sort of event for promoting yourself to level 100. It says that it's some kind of test. I mean, on this channel, with blood magic, we laugh in the face of any tests. So, right, so before we do get started on doing some basically power leveling up, because that's what I've been doing, I've gone from rank like 69, yeah, I stopped it on 69. Rank 6 is finger blasting, rank 69, you know. Oh, I don't know as well, we can also fist people. We've got it all in Hellsweeper. So, we have a new thing to play with. We have finger guns. So, there are, at the moment, 2 ways to summon bullets into the game. With the loadout that I have pistols on my outside, and then I have bullets on my shoulder. For those of you who've seen me play it, it's because I use the libertarian skill a lot, because then instead of reloading like this, which is very cool, you can reload just by pointing them to your shoulder slot, which in turn powers up your weaponry as well, which is obviously very good. So I can reach to my shoulder to grab my bullets, or you can hold trigger and you have to do it at the same time. So you can tap trigger at the same time as flicking your wrist to get bullets into your hand. From there, it's the same as if we were infusing our hand. Pressing the thumbstick in on the appropriate hand will then fuse the bullets to our hand, giving us finger guns. These can, of course, be imbued with other kinds of magic, which then change the effects and the shot type of the finger guns. What else we got? Oh, got ice. So that should spread. A nice little add, a nice little touch. Is it a new weapon? No, it's just revolver to put on your fingers. But there are some cool effects with it, and there is a bit that we can do with it as well, with the various things that we can upgrade it with. So just in case anyone was wondering, to turn that ability on you would need one of 2 things: either a gun that is allowed to reload, so unfortunately Tempest users, not you, but pistol, shotgun, rifle. I don't think I'm missing anything there. Yeah, pistol, shotgun, rifle you would need equipped. That will then allow you to equip bullets. There is a skill on bullets that allows you to equip bullets at a higher mana cost without a gun, but you will need to put that on. When you have bullets equipped, you will see that there is a skill. It is a white skill. You'll pick it up just as you are doing a run, called Pew Pew, or if you really want it from the start, you would activate that. The other skill that I was talking about was approved ammo. Bullets can be equipped and conjured without having guns equipped. Increase mana cost by 100%. This is basically Devil's Trigger for blood magic. Is it called Devil's Trigger? I think it's called Devil's Trigger. I should fucking know. It's my favourite card. Devil's Trigger. That's the one. So yeah, equivalent thing. We also have something similar to that as well when it comes to the old rock fists, as the ability to equip these without having to go through the rigmarole of summoning rock and then bringing it to your hand. God, that guy gets obliterated so often. Look at him and his brethren. Good add. Good add to the game. Right, so we'll load up what I'm planning on doing tonight. I am partway through a run. I am partway through an endless Hellsweeper difficulty run, and because it's on endless, like with good cycle play, it'll just go on and on and on and get harder and harder and harder. Because I've been focusing on leveling up, I believe the two factors that increase your leveling up speed are number of nodes that you tackle and the amount of cash that you finish a section with at the end. Those are the only two factors from what I can gather. So we want to try and keep hold of our cash, and we also want to try and get done nice and quick. So we will continue my endless hell sweep whilst I put you lot back on. I'll just spend a second to catch back up with chat. Cool, nope, you're all very good. You've all been quiet whilst I'm not looking. Good stuff. Oh, exactly, that's what you need to do. Hello, Dread. How we doing? Right. Hey, well, there you go then. So, this is going to be a fairly standard affair from me. We're going to be using a lot of pistols, a lot of blood magic. I'll try and keep the upside downing to a minimum because we're not going for style here. We're going for speed. So the way that we go for speed when we are doing these kind of runs, the way that we go for speed is we just kill and get the objectives accomplished as quickly as possible, which blood magic is actually also really good at. You'll know that from blood magic, we can use our blood ghosts. They might come up. Are they going to come up? Well, you've seen it before. They usually sprout, but I think the level needs to start to allow it. So we've got our blood ghosts. We've got our evil host, which usually does a job for us as well. And we've also got the lightning variant of our evil hosts. And what I use these for is these ones do the main work, these ones teleport around the map and hold enemies in place, which then allows the original non-thundery-like evil host to get down to business. That, combined with the unholy magic of paid violence, means that we're actually getting money when this thing kills things. There is now another element added, because those kill way too quickly to be useful to me, usually when you are pushing for style score. And remember, style gives you more cash, more souls, more echoes, more everything. And you don't want things killed too quickly in this game. You want to destroy things slowly with lots and lots of hits, which means keeping your damage down. But because we are trying to speed level tonight, we're going to be doing the opposite. We're going to be making use of these bad boys, especially for the bosses as well. Now, I'm also playing on a merchant build, so that is another thing that I have recently unlocked. And it basically means that the more cash I have, the more damage I can do. Now, I am killing things incredibly quickly, even though we're on quite a high level and a high level of difficulty. But it doesn't matter, because when you play the difficulties Hellsweeper and the 1 or 2 down from it, instead of getting 1 objective to complete the level, you get 2. So we should have more than enough enemies, even if we are killing them quickly, to maximize our style score, because we still want to be earning money. Probably should use those finger guns I was banging on about, shouldn't I? Don't have to reload them either. You just use them. I think they they look and feel so much like revolvers. Hello, zombie. They look and feel so much like revolvers to me that I'm still doing this. The way that they work, from what I'm gathering at the moment, is they will match the amount of shots that you have in the magazine or cylinder, if it's for the case of the revolver, for the weapon. I think the weapon with the top clip, magazine, cylinder capacity that you have. And so it'll get to that capacity and then it'll just auto reload. So these are actually technically easier to use than revolvers, because you don't have to wang them out to the side or bring them back to your back. And then, as we were talking about, if you infuse first before you put them on, then you can get some kind of gnarly effects. I know that looks cool, and you can charge it as well. Unfortunately, they don't really do much. I was kind of hoping that they would be like quite slow, methodical, damaging things. But we'll have a play around with the different infusions and the different kinds of magic. And then to turn these off, literally, if you're holding grip, let go, or press grip, and that will then turn finger guns off. We're also not going to be doing a lot. What's fucking looting? Everyone loves looting. Yep, no, yep. So, another thing to note as well, I didn't cover this last time, I don't think. I now fully get how Experiences Gold now works. They've changed it so that you get additional echoes, but these Experiences Golds get removed after completing an act. So that basically means you store a load of those on all your different weapons, and then at the end of an act you exchange them for a load of echoes. So they will be a mana drain constant on whatever weaponry you're equipping them to until you get to the end of the chapter. Then they all get taken off, which means for things that you are not using, like Blast, I'll put those on. So it basically works the same way as I've explained in my tips and tricks video, except that now instead of getting a bump in actual experience, you just get a bump in echoes at the end of the act. So too long, didn't read, carry on using Experiences Gold the same way, just know that it works a little bit differently. It isn't leveling you up, it's giving you echoes, which basically allow you to level up your weaponry. So that is good. Now, as I said, tonight the plan is I want to get to level 100. Then we can do the promotion event. I'm sure it'll just be a little bit story driven, but I want to see it. Now, why? Why? Because I've put hundreds of hours into this game. Why? Like, I've got all of my weaponry maxed out. Why would I bother spending the time? And I've been grinding most of the day yesterday and a little bit of the day today to get myself from level 72 to 95 for this stream tonight. Why would I do that? There's a simple and stupid answer, and it's skins. There are golden variations of the masks that we have if you get to promotion level 1, and there may even be more things at promotion level 2, but I don't think anyone's got there yet, if there even is a promotion level 2. God damn you, skins! God, no, not bragging rights. I do not play games for bragging rights, but skins, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, if you put hundreds of hours into this game, you'll be the best in the world, and accolades and applause. Yeah. Nope, don't care. Put hundreds of hours into this game and you'll get a little shiny thing that you can put on your face. Count me in. Cool. So, again, as I said, this is going to be a lot of the same as usual. I'll try and make use of the finger guns a little bit where I can. But as I said, it's all about that blood magic. What's not to love about blood magic? So many combinations, all have their uses, except ice. We don't talk about ice. Now, what I will look out for is in the environment, there are going to be but I don't think there's any on here. I'm looking. This, I'm surprised you're not playing this, boys. This game seems like it would be so far up your street. I know you have it. So if, just in case you don't know what I'm doing here and you have played this game, when you get blood magic, normally you have to try and demonstrate. Oh no, that's not it. Oh no, this is just regular chunks of meat. Has anybody got a blood crystal? All the demons contain a blood crystal. And if we can get one, there's one. Normally, to make use of blood magic, we crush these and it would give us one of those. I've got the ability to cast blood magic like regular magic, and it's broken. It's just broken. So very broken. I'm playing this on the top level of difficulty, and even if I didn't have my gilded boots on, I still can't be touched. So the only problem that I've got with this merchant class at the moment is it is completely against the way that I like to play, in that now with gilded boots, the more money I make, the more shields I get. And in addition to that, the more money you make when you're on the merchant class, the more damage you do. And I've already said, like, you know, to make your style high and then get higher rewards, you want to keep your damage as low as possible, so you're doing multiple hits to everything, which then increases your style. And keeping your style at a reasonable level is how you make decent money, experience, and progress in this game. I do want to try and get this unlocked tonight as well. So let's add some damage to that. We will do some punching, but it's pretty bloody hot in the UK at the moment. So, yeah, might be keeping that down to a minimum. Alright, sorry, I'm ranting away. And hi, Doc, how we doing? You are not going to be needed as far as counting is concerned tonight, dude. But no, I'd seriously recommend this one. Yeah, you do. The shortcut to all of this stuff is the multiplayer, because people like Dungeons of Eternity can just drag you through. I can drag you through. I can drag you through the Hellsweeper mode, which will get you loads of echoes. You can then unlock the things that you want, level up the things that you want, and then you are all good to go. I don't want to give you my money. You can have my... No, I don't want to give you my levitation skill. I don't need souls. Souls now have been downgraded to just for cosmetics. And I've got all of the ones that I like. So, assault rifle. No, let's get... There has been a new mode added to the game as well, which... I don't know about the new mode. Basically what the new mode does is, you know all those really cool totems that you get to shoot, and all the cool stuff falls out and then it gets sucked into your groin? Yeah, they're not in the new mode. You don't get chests in the new mode, and very few shop visits as well, but you do get increased rewards from enemies, monetary and echoes. But I don't know, it just takes such a big part of the game away from me that I don't, even with the extra XP and extra loot that you're making, no. But then, you know, I'm sure there will be a good reason for it. We shall see in the future. Hello, R&D. I'm going to call you Omni because that's easier. Hello, Omni. Welcome to the stream. As I said, yeah, we're going to try and crack on a little bit here. So, these are these gaseous holes that have now been added to the level, and basically what happens is that. And as I said, you're not going to be slaying demons. It doesn't do any damage to us either. These are kind of like allied effects around the place. It doesn't do any damage to us. But interestingly, from what I can gather, enemies can set them off as well. And so what you end up find happening is that you'll be fighting, and then things will be blowing up and dying, and then you've got all of these flamethrowers, ice puddles, and electric going off in the background, and it makes things look nicer. So, you know, and I think that's because visually you've got something to draw you in on, or something to take you away from the blandness of some of the backgrounds. So, yeah, I don't think it's a needed addition. I don't think anyone's been like, oh man, wouldn't it be great if... Like, you know, we can't obviously do anything to the water. If I had ice, I would be able to freeze this and slide on it. Because I have electricity, I can electrify the water. That's a cool effect, and that will electrify and stop enemies in place. But, I mean, I've got blood magic. There is... Actually, that's not a bad shout, yeah. Standard content creator might like it because he gets his quick hit. I much rather prefer what I do believe is probably the best overpowered experience that you can get in VR. I would go as far as to say. I mean, look at this. I'm a demon somersaulting gunfighter. I sold my soul to the evil host, and now they do my bidding, and I'm upside down with revolvers. And yeah, the roguelike is definitely the way. And it's as I've said about this game as well, is there are so many ways that you can play this. This game has enough content in to put a lot of other VR games that I can think of to shame. This game has probably a level of content that 2 or 3 games of the same sort of price don't have. Hellsweeper, for me, remains one of those games, if I was pressed, and tomorrow, and I loathe this, but if tomorrow I had to buy a game at full price, it would be Hellsweeper. And that it breaks my heart to say the words full price, because I never buy games at full price. But Hellsweeper would be it, because for the amount of content and the quality of that content that you get for $22.99, I think it is, which would be about $30, it's amazing. It really is. And they're still adding to it. Finger guns! Oh, is it? Oh, man! It's because I was enjoying myself earlier. Hold on. I never saw... It's because I was enjoying myself earlier, everybody. That's why. What? Not the music. The sound effects are overpowering. Let's do that. And... let's do... that. Powerful music! Powerful, powerful stuff. Thank you for letting me know. I'm never going to know these things, and it would annoy me at the end if I've done a whole stream to one of my favourite VR games, and yeah, can't hear a word that I'm saying. I mean, you know, some people might like that, as it happens. It's almost like a silent stream, isn't it? Right, that's enough going upside down, because that isn't particularly fast. These are fast. Look how they just laser through absolutely everything. And I can cast multiple of them. Iron Man and your Uni Beam eat your fucking heart out. Blood hosts, ladies and gentlemen. So another thing that has also happened in the game recently, which I either missed on another upgrade or another update, or came in with this one, is I've actually had success being off the floor when the floor is lava. So for instance, can I even... No, I can't. If I was standing on this little bit of driftwood, like that, the floor is lava, debuff, buff, whatever, can't hit you. If you are standing on a chest, the floor is lava, environmental effect, let's call it, cannot hit you. It sometimes, if you are not too high up, it will still trigger, but it won't damage you. Other times, when you are actually off of the floor, it doesn't trigger at all, which now means that the floor is lava is a lot better than it previously was. So, what else have we got to cover? As I said, there's not a massive amount added, but the game's already bulging at the seams with what it has. So, but again, like, you know, finger guns will they'll appeal to somebody, and they are a little bit more than, you know, they're very similar to the revolvers, which has always been one of my favorites in the game, but it's just extra, isn't it? I'd challenge anybody to get this game and not be able to find the way that you want to play. If you want to be a summoner, you've got blood magic. If you want to just blast everything with fucking Super Saiyan style fireballs, fire magic has you covered. What's that I hear you cry? Emperor Palpatine? Yeah, we got that too. But do you want to do it upside down? Flipping Emperor Palpatine? Well, we've got you covered there too. It's got bows, it's got chakrams now that split and bounce and fly all over the place in a glorious fashion, and then can be caught back, and then will then orbit you as well. There's just too many things for me to tell you about this game, to the point where, like, nearly all the hand-to-hand combat weapons in this game I have barely used, and there's some fucking great ones, let me tell you. I just find the magic and the gunplay in this game too good. It's just too good. Yeah, it's got it all. We'll keep on doing sparks so I can get my Emperor Palpatine lightning up a little bit more. One of the other things that is great about Hellsweeper is that it doesn't matter how you want to play, what you want to play with, or the combination of things that you want to play with. There will be some cross-compatibility, and you can make things not redundant. So we've all played games where the starting pistol or the starting magic, or if I had it, the starting sword, become irrelevant when you unlock new things. In this game, everything is just fucking overpowered if you know how to use it. But my tool of choice is blood magic, because it's just so versatile. Like, I've got unibeams out there killing things. I've got evil hosts whipping shit up, which actually makes me more money because they are doing a specific kind of kill called dismemberment. And then just in case anything sneaky comes along, lightning teleports, lightning blood balls teleport around the level, just shocking things. we're at a silly amount of damage because of my merchant skills and the amount of money that I've earned during this run. And the amount of damage that we're doing is silly. So even my things that I use for utility, more often than not, are just absolutely destroying things. Taking on bosses with those at the level of damage that I'm doing is now just trivial. It doesn't even matter what boss it is. It doesn't even matter if there's 3 of them. A few of those uni beams out and they're done. And then if blood magic isn't enough, just dropping these blood balls on the ground, more often than not, creates blood ghosts. They are a faster variety of blood balls. Clean up on R3. Run out. Like, that's just 2, and that will quite happily just zap everything. It is a 40-foot omnidirectional death beam. I can just sit here and it's doing the work for me. So again, if you like your necromancer builds, your summoning builds, all that sort of stuff, blood magic. Let me highly recommend blood magic to you. So, but then if you just want to be a jumping, flipping gunman, we've got pistols, we've got shotguns, we've got an assault rifle, we've now got finger guns, there's Uzis. Labyrinth. This is the rogue-like element of the game. The Tempests are pretty good though, dude. They are pretty good. Paid violence. Because I've got that up to level 20, we're getting 34.4% more loot when dismembering enemies. How do you dismember an enemy? We use the evil host with all the whips that flays things apart, so we then get more money. And again, there's lots of little subtleties and combos within this game that all work around each other. And so, you know, if you can think of a theme of a kind of demon fighter, you can most likely do it. Do you want to be the ultimate in barrel throwing technology? Super Mario was not enough for you, so you came to the realm of Hellsweeper to dispatch all enemies via oil drums. You are catered for. In fact, I can't think of anything that I couldn't do that voice over, picking up something, summoning something, or throwing something, and catering for everybody. Absolutely everybody. We've got pallets. We've got statues. We've got all sorts. The only problem that Tempests have is after one of the updates, you can't reload Tempests with bullets, which then means that you can't power them up. But they have lots of modes built into them already, with not just... They're one of the few weapons that will change their properties without fusion, which makes them unique. Like, you know, if I want my revolver to fire explosive shots, then I have to imbue it with fire. I also have to... There you go. If I want my revolver to have lightning shots that, like, ricochet off the walls and stuff, I have to imbue it. Whereas with the Tempests, you can rig them up so that just the very act of firing, they then go lightning, fire, or ice, due to various effects. So, which is very good. Let's level the area with a bit of blood magic. And then we'll take these out nice and quick. Very much missing the ability to leap. I've only got 2 leaps, which is why you'll see me probably doing a lot less flipping than later on. I've only got 2 jumps, to my name with this class. I'm used to having 6. Hey! And this... Ow! This is the big thing that brought me to this game, same as Sairento. You can go upside down. Other than Hellsweeper and Sairento, I don't know another VR game where you can go upside down so well, so seamlessly, and just so cinematically. I have had games where you can go upside down in, but they're not memorable because it just didn't work very well. In this, you are rewarded for going upside down with additional style, and it's just great. But again, you don't have to. Getting sucked up, are we? How's about a flamethrower? Yeah, you'll like that with your ice magic, won't you? Fine. Flame magic's not very powerful. It's all about blood magic. The fact that, so, what I'm doing here as well, to do all of this, I have to cast one magic orb, and then another. And then what you're supposed to do, smash together point and fire with both triggers. I do things a little bit differently, so that I definitely get my casts off. I slap my hands together and fire both triggers at the same time. Because this is another magic that you can do within the game. And each... You know how when you play games, they put systems into them, and they're just like, you know, it's like, oh yeah, this is great, but there's not really that much depth to them. Every system within this game has depth, and then has additional depth by being combined with other systems. I'd go as, like, if I'm going to do this hidden gems video that I always bang on about, this will be one of the top games listed on there. The other one is another of K2's favourites. So, the other one is Ghost Signal. Cool. Right, let's crack on. These levels aren't good. These level ups aren't going to get themselves, are they? I've worked it out that I can get. I think it's about 2.5 levels. I think it was per 45 minutes to half an hour, possibly more. Floor is lava is not a problem to us now. I will go for more pew pew. Try and show that off a little bit more as well. But yeah, the finger guns I can see being great for somebody who loves their magic builds. Because it's literally a case of bash, bosh, same as infusing. And then the infusions come quite naturally. Will do an armed sword fighty playthrough at some point. For those of you IDU faithful, this game does have bows in it. You'll be glad to know that the arrows are pulled with the trigger button, because that's how it fucking should be. So they got that right off the bat straight away as well. Or did they? I can't remember if I made them change that one. Let's say they got it right straight off the bat, yeah. Now, we are playing at the top level of difficulty. Oh, that sucks to be you. Oh, they're new as well. We now have a corruption version of some, or a corrupt version of some of the enemies. I can't remember what they called them. Vile, maybe? Green, basically. Nurgle. So we have the full roster now. Zinch, Slanesh, Nurgle, and Korra. Probably more. Are they? Is that because my microphone's particularly quiet, I wonder? Yeah, that is going to be it. Okay. Hang on then, let me finish this and I'll turn it down another level of magnitude. Like, anybody up for lasers? The build isn't for lasers. Like little things. I'll say it in a minute when I turn the volume back down. Come on. 8 enemies left, I haven't got all day. I can literally just face tank most of this as well because of the level of shields that we have, because of the amount of cash that we make. Silly. Absolutely silly. Completely busted. Broken to all hell. Doing this as well, just going upside down, whilst my beautiful, beautiful evil hosts are doing all the work, multiplies the style that they're getting me, which is lots and lots of multiple hits, by 4. Alright, let me, turn that volume down a bit. Is it... So it's the volume on the game that's loud, not my voice being quiet. I'm just wondering if I'm having microphone issues, but not real ones. I mean, you are right. There's a lot of blood magic going on. Ooh, talking of blood magic, more blood magic. I am a bit of a hell tycoon, you're not wrong. Forbidden knowledge, one of the best blood magics going. Forbidden knowledge. Basically what it means is your evil hosts can stay out longer before they disappear. I did start talking about this earlier, but it didn't quite work earlier. The way that you normally create blood magic, you don't summon it. It's too powerful to be summoned in regular people's hands. Me, of course, I've got the devil's trigger. But how you normally do it is you pick up these from the ground and you crush them, and then that makes you a blood ball. Blood magic should have stayed with that system. It makes this game so broken. I love it so, but I can understand how broken this game is with being able to summon blood magic. It's silly. Absolutely silly. We are going to be going through here very quickly. You'll note as well I'm not opening up any chests, or not really opening up much in the ways of chests, and it's simply because we're already too powerful and we're getting more powerful just by making money. We're increasing the amount of shields that my character has, which basically means I can face tank everything, and we're increasing the amount of damage that we're doing. Every time that we're earning money, everything's just going up and up. And I've already got the things that I need to where they need to be. There are some achievements that I need to do on this game at some point, where you play the game themed, because you know how I like a good theme. Hey, stop puking on me! Like, another level of silly. Oh, I've got one and only. So you can actually make your weapons levitate. You can still shoot them. It's not a problem. It's actually not as difficult to aim as you would think either. Let's try not to get knives embedded in us, everybody. I got a power-up that stops me summoning additional guns other than the 2. Makes my guns powerful, but stops me summoning more than 2. You can have your guns in hand with a whole flotilla of guns flying around you, all shooting in the same direction. You can do that with all guns. You can even do it with the bows. So you have your bow and you're firing whilst you have an attila of bows around you also firing. It's silly. It really is silly. It's a very silly game. Again, I'm not too bothered. You want your style kill bonus to be in the 60,000s to get the maximum rewards. It doesn't matter too much down here. Again, we're doing this for speed because I want to make sure we get to this promotional event by the end of the stream tonight. That would be... well, that's the goal. That's the goal. Don't know if I mentioned any enemy weapons, but they're completely pick-upable. Like, look at the size of that thing. It's bigger than me, and I can use it as well. These hand-to-hand combat weapons are some of the best in the game, just because of their sheer amount of reach. It's one of the reasons why I don't use hand-to-hand combat weapons is I haven't played enough around with them, in all honesty. But everything always, for me, because I haven't been playing with the melee weapons, everybody always feels a little bit too far away with the melee weapons that as a Hellsweeper you can get. With these weapons, not so much. Not so much. And no, chat, there is no Nuggy Nutter. But we can make one. So, because I can't show the multiplayer off tonight on this, I'm probably gonna end this one a little sooner than I would normally do. I normally try and do 3 hours, but it's fucking boiling, and the headset heats up more when I'm streaming. So yeah, if I don't have to do a full 3 hours tonight, I'd be happy with that. But we're also, when the stream finishes, we're going to go and play some IST. I'll put the code up for the USS Rotten Crotch after this stream. Now, one of the other things that the merchant class has is I get at least one free reroll, and I also get discount on all of the things that you buy, and as you level up the merchant, oh, also, what am I talking about? I'm talking about, I don't know why they're called epithets. I don't think that's the right word. But even if it is, you see epithet there, think class, because this is one of the problems with this game, I think, and why it might not do as well as other games out there on the market. It did have a bit of a shocking launch, if memory serves. The other thing as well is there is now so much in this game. There's so many weapons, there's so many skills, there's so many modes, there's multiplayer, and then you've also got a class system in it as well, which is just as simple as pick the one that you want, level up through it, make you stronger. But all of those classes usually do something special. This is something that I really applaud the developers of Hellsweeper for. They, Mixed Realms they've nailed roguelike, in my humble opinion. And by that I mean, when you are getting more powerful, as you are upgrading, as things are happening, things change. And as you are leveling up and getting more powerful, your abilities don't just become 10% more expensive, but 10% more damage, or 15% less effective, but 15% more piercing. It isn't just numbers. Things actually change in the game. One of these classes allows you to start blocking with your face, for fuck's sake. So, but it's one of the things that I really like about the classes. They're not just copy and paste jobs. Someone's actually thought like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if the Vanguard can block swords and bullets by the player thrusting their chin into it? So yeah, it's a pretty cool idea. The Magician gets all of these fucking orbs surrounding and rotating around her, as if you watch any of my other streams where I've played the multi with Von, as she's casting magic, she's then got additional magic just floating around her. Is there any other way to get that in this game? No, just via the Magician class. The Tamer is another class that springs to mind. There is no other way to get a fucking horde of dogs than being the Tamer class. Yeah, you can multiply the amount of dogs. In fact... Oh, I thought I had the dog equipped. Here, boy! No, I don't have the dog equipped. Again, this is a lovely little feature. Pressing trigger, if you have the dog equipped, by your lips, whistles and would summon Doggo if you have it equipped. Normally, you can get it out by throwing a toy. But, yeah. You also get, yeah, and you can get multiple of them as well. Now, should we see how trivial bosses are for this build? As I said, Doc, unfortunately, for the business of counting, I know I say it a lot, you are not going to be needed tonight, sir. Now, this boss will have huge amounts of HP, massive amounts of killing potential. These are some of the hardest bosses. Oh, they're dead. Yeah. Yeah, I did that with my blood balls. They're so fucking strong, it is unreal. And I don't like the Merchant class for upping the damage, but for what I'm doing, which is speedrunning, kinda like the upping the damage. And look at this. Reduce health and mana by 90%, but increase damage by 60%. I do not want this. Fuck. But I also don't want this. We can sell that at the shop. I now need a shop. Hang time is, again, so as I was saying, it isn't just with the classes, with the special things that you can do in this game. There are a lot of things added to change the style. You can't go upside down, right? You there, you at home, I'm talking to you. You can't go upside down. You can't flip. Does that mean that, you know, this game is then ruined for you? No. Does that mean that you're at a little bit of a disadvantage by not doing so? Kind of. But hang time is a specific thing that is put into the game, which means that you cannot flip, but instead you hover. Vaughn uses it to great effect, because then she's flinging all of her magic while she's off the ground. Like, the thing is, genuinely, I could do a 10-hour live stream and remember everything that I need to tell you about this game, and I would still fucking forget something. It's got that much in it. Come on, 97.5. Right. Fuck, we might need to do 2. Shit. Okay, well, it can be done fairly quickly. We haven't even been streaming an hour yet, have we? No, that'd be fine. I'll just speed up a little bit. We'll just speed up a bit. I'll read that a sec. Hang on. I'll read that whilst the blood balls are doing the work. Surprised you like blood magic because it's so OP. No, the thing is, yes, it is overpowered, but I feel skillful in its use. I know the combinations. I have my class built around this. Don't get me wrong, I don't always like using blood magic, but for the purposes of get through game really quick, level up really fast, you better believe I'm going to be using blood magic. And, I mean, the thing that... Come on, Kim. They've appealed to my ego very much so. The thing that makes blood magic the strongest thing in the game is called Devil's Trigger. It's like they knew. It's like they fucking knew. Just out of interest, it is not named after me either. I don't even think it's a nod to me. Neither should it be. I liked blood magic before you could equip it to yourself. So... yeah. Imbuing your weapons with any magic is just good on this. More blood magic? Yeah. Another thing, look at this mess. Look at this fucking mess, right? This game has gone through some different iterations, but we are now at a state of play in this game, and I agree with it as well, where you can have any number and any amount of upgrades as many times as you want. There is no limit to the level of ridiculous in this game, basically. There are limits on some things, like, for instance, you can only summon so many extra guns. Some things are a little limited. If you wanted to ask me, okay, well, blood hosts look pretty good, evil hosts look pretty good, how many can you have on screen at the same time? My answer to that would be, are you talking about how many I can have on screen without the game slowing down, or how many I reckon I can get on screen? Because it's all about how long they stay out. I've had, it's got to be close to 25, 30 flying around just doing my bidding. It's so good. It's so good. So very good. Yeah. Yeah, not wrong. I don't know. I don't know if I mean, Devil Trigger is... Yeah, I think Devil Trigger is like the ultimate attack from Devil May Cry, possibly. But this is to do with blood magic, so totally different. Don't know what you're talking about. That would be the other, although Zombie does make a good point. If anybody ever thought like, oh, what would Devil May Cry be like in VR? Well, it'd be just like this. Just like this. It is. It's one of the things of this game is it's a crying shame that not everybody has this game, has played this game, and owns this game. And now I've got lots of reasons as to why, because it does look like quite an intimidating game to play. The amount of content alone is an intimidating factor when you're looking at this game and thinking like, is this game for me? I'll tell you now, this game is for fucking anybody who likes action and stuff. I can be that. Normally I like to be a little bit more precise than action and stuff. That, I don't know, someone can quote me on that one. Hellsweeper. For those who like action and stuff. Silver Tongue Devil 2025. Oh look, somebody's electrified the floor. I'm pretty sure that wasn't me. As I said, I think enemies can trigger these background effects as well. Little Rainbow Z Fireball style there. That will explode as well, quite nicely. Firing embers out all the time. And I suppose, as far as the magic effects are concerned in this, some of them are particularly good. Others, a little bit meh. A little bit meh. But overall, it just looks great. Like, you know, if this game was just spellcasting, it would be enough. If it was just the magic. But we've also got guns. And melee weapons. It's got it all. And now fucking finger guns? I don't even need to reload. They are quite powerful this one. Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Hat. Oh, I've got hang time, haven't I? Oh, fuck. No flipping for me. I have to turn that off. It is quite good because you can seamlessly go from finger guns to casting all of your mightiest spells. There you go. Slide. And then if you actually jump and slide on it. Hey, hey. But yeah. This is, I mean, if you've never watched me play this before, then, you know, or if you have watched me play this before, you're in for no shock. This is Gamergasm Central for me, this game. Always has been and always will be. And they just keep adding more to it as well. It pains me to not see this game doing a lot better than it is, unfortunately. But, as I've said before, and I'll say again, doesn't matter how good your game is, how well things go after launch, how much you update it. Those initial impressions of a game are fucking everything, and devs will learn. This is one of those games that, if I remember rightly, was plagued with graphical issues, gameplay issues, and bugs when it launched. What happened? Load of people bought it, liked the idea, liked the concept, put it to one side to wait, forgot about it. Welcome to Hellsweepers, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'd need to do a lot more research into the actual oohs and whys, so to speak, but that, I mean, I am going off of memory here. And my memory isn't amazing. I remember there being massive problems with this when it launched on PSVR 2. I remember the graphics being very... not... They've always been kind of muddy. I remember them looking a lot nastier than this. The team, Mixed Realms, has done a fantastic job with this game. I do believe part of the reason why they didn't get the popularity, because Sairento, this is the spiritual successor to Sairento, if anybody knows what that game is. That was another one of my favorites. That was the game that made me be like, shit, VR? VR, what you can do? And it was Sairento and Superhot that brought me to VR. Superhot and then later Sairento, because I got what I wanted from VR out of Superhot, and then I needed more, and Sairento provided. And then that fucking cable that I was getting twisted around my neck whilst I was trying to spin around, it had to go. And then I got an Oculus Quest, and the rest is history. And I waited to get an Oculus Quest until Sairento launched on it. But yeah, so again, like, you know, I don't like rubbing devs' noses in it, but devs, you know, future devs, be warned. When you bring your game out, bring it out in a good and playable state. And if it isn't ready, fucking put it back in. It ain't done yet. Simple as that. Or it should be. And again, blah, 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 publishers, blah, 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 crunch, you know. It's like, okay, fair enough, but you're a business and you're making money. Surely somebody has got the balls to reason with the publisher and go, we need more time, otherwise, and then point to example of a game that was rushed out and failed. You wouldn't have to point very far, would you? Hang on, what combination of movements was it to summon Soapbox? I can't remember, chat, I'm sorry. Oh look, Fox statue, how lovely. This is hang time, by the way. And you can increase hang time so that you can float there for a lot longer. Put this knife in my hand. Again, another little thing. I haven't seen that done since we played Metro. Stuff actually interacting with your hand. I have to remove knives from my hand when they go in. They actually affect my maximum life as well. So if you leave them in there, it can fuck you. Proper. Right, I'll finish this. And I'll, there we go. Look out for those as well, those explosive orange balls. They're bastards when you haven't got a lot of shield. Hey, yep. Yeah, sorry, Chris, I did hear that. They haven't made any, they're making something else, but not VR. So... Lovely. Red Valentine. Keep getting Red Valentines, and then eventually you'll be able to forge Red Valentines into Forbidden Knowledge. So, more Red Valentines. More Red Valentines means that when you hit those, more ghosts come up, more of the little blood orbs. I don't quite know why they don't do it when the level's not active. They should. Ah, there you go. How many's that got? So from one of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get so many off of a single cast as well. It is absolutely silly. They're probably just as good as well. But yeah, the one thing that I will say is, and again, hats off to Mixed Realms for doing this, they are still updating this game. Can you imagine if Mixed Realms were the ones that did In Death Unchained? We would be fucking swamped in content. It would be amazing. Instead, we got Super Bright and a flood. Build an arc, I say. Right, faster, 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 because we're gonna need to do a couple more. So let's get some of those out just to make things nice and fast. I do love the other thing to note as well. What is this game again? Well, it's just a fucking arena shooter, but it's tied up in so much detail in such a tight package that doesn't matter. There's, like, little things on this. Your gun fires normally one-handed. Turn it on its side, and it fires ricocheting bullets. Hold it two-handed, and it fires piercing shots. So, again, if you like to fucking gangster, you get rewarded for it. If you're a normal person, you can then dual wield effectively, and it looks good. And if you want a dirty Harriet because it's quite the fucking revolver, bam! You were supposed to get hit by that. Fucking hold still. Let's get some more of those out. Ow! Silver's rotten crotch, indeed. That's to you, the HMS rotten crotch to you, sir. Right, faster, faster, must go faster. Also, because I've been playing around with these today, I found that where you look is where they cast. So if you want to get those up nice and high, so they're doing their Udi beam from nice and up, look up as you cast. It's actually the same with a lot of them. It's just I usually think it's gonna go where I'm looking or where I'm casting. So, but yeah, it's based on most magic in this game. The ultimates are based on gaze as opposed to direction of point. So do be aware of that. Who wants to try and get more of these? I need to up the damage. Oh yeah, no, we're at like 97.5. Yeah, we're at 97.5. It'll be this run and the next one. Probably part way through the next run we'll hit level 100. So we've got time. We've got time if I don't be tardy. So, like, the other thing that I haven't talked about as well is the ability to modify things from the get-go with these things that then change the properties of the spell. For instance, if you don't like it, that when I'm used to it now, when you cast a fireball and you throw it, it just does that shallow arc. You can change it at a cost of mana to yourself from the start and change the properties of the spell so that when you throw it, it just goes straight along. Or when you go it, it curves and homes. And there's so much little things that it's another thing that I think may be a problem with this game is there is so much to know and so much to do that people might be just like, nah man, I just wanted to play fucking Roblox, you know. I just wanted to go online, shoot some things. Now I've got systems coming out my asshole about what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. What was mentioned as well, K2 said about the whole, you know, why do I like blood magic? It's so overpowered. It's overpowered because of how I've built it, first and foremost, which a lot of that you could say is because of Devil's Trigger, but there's also, I have fire, blood magic, lightning, and a handgun, as well as bullets up here somewhere, and I've got chakrams on my hip. Another cool thing that's been added to chakrams, you can hold them up in the air and fucking Odin lightnings them for you automatically. And the thing is, with chakrams, you can just do that and get the same effect a lot quicker. But holding it up to the sky, that's cool. Very cool. You can now do that with quite a lot of weapons as well. You can imbue them with lightning by pointing them to the sky for a couple of seconds. See if we can get, oh, for me, you shouldn't have. This chat is normally a katana in most people's hands, but to us, this becomes an adachi. I find these a lot easier to wield because they're so fucking huge. I wish I could flip. It's annoying that I've got my, what's it called? Another thing to note is you can put the game into slow time at any time you like. I haven't even mentioned that. That's based on mana, though. And that's also works. And you can do it one of two ways as well. I do my slow time by pointing my jump, which you guys can't see. The other thing to note with this game, I have turned a hell of a lot of the information that you get bombarded with on the screen off. Because A, I don't need that information, and B, I think it makes the game look better. You don't want to be seeing fucking numbers popping out of these demons. You want to see them fucking blow up into all their parts, right? You want to see green on my face. Pea soup at all times. So I've turned a lot of things that help the UI of this game and help you learn. Like, normally, if I wanted to jump, the way that it works is I hold up on the right stick, and then an arrow comes out of my hand whilst the game is in slow time, and I point to where I want to go, and then let go, and it jumps there. And if I point it up, it jumps up. If I point it down, it leaps down. If I point it along the ground, I get like a teleport dash. But you can also assign these things to buttons as well as just sticks. And on top of that as well, you can just press a button for slow time. But can we see why I don't press that button, chat? Because it does look cool, but we're already limited on fucking show and tell space on the screen at the best of times anyway. Alright, we got anything? Oh, I didn't even mention. Hey, look at this. We can kick. And I can kick in whatever direction I like. With both my right leg and my left leg. And you'd think that if I was to do this, I'd fall over. But you'd be wrong, because we're a Hellsweeper. Yes, they can be used in combat. They are kind of effective in the extremely short-ranged, a little bit of cooldown. They look a bit stupid, but that's because, like, I can proper do the splits as well. It looks hilarious in multiplayer, as K2 will attest to. And Von will as well. So the little kicks, they don't do a lot of damage, but each kick adds 1 times a multiplier to your style. And also, if you kick things, you can kind of like bounce off of them as well, which is it's just very, very cool. Very cool. Again, as I said previously, this is one of those games where I can lose myself in the explaining of all the things and all the stuff that you can do very easily. I could probably sum it all up quite well in a video, but that would be a long fucking video. So, alright, drink break time. Everybody make sure you're well hydrated. Come on, chat. Need to be drinking at least a litre. The kick's it's just funny. It's not really that useful, but again, you could make a build around it. You are able to make it so that a simple palm strike pushes enemies away. That in combination with the kick means that you could do a martial art run if you wanted to, that was all about hand to hand. I mean, you can be a fucking earthbender if you really want to. Don't put these knives in me. But, you know, when it comes to punching, that's what we want. Surely this is what we want. Oh, is that right? And hover and bam. Wait, what was that, chat? What happens if I had lightning in my hand that I imbued, then I summoned a Drock and then put it on my fist? Well, then that would mean Lightning Hulk, wouldn't it? And again, as I've done on other streams, I could fucking do those sort of things all day. What's that, chat? If I did this with this and this and this? Oh yeah, no, that's a completely new thing. Completely new thing. And discovering these combos is another one of the joys of this game. There's still a lot for me to discover, bear in mind, on this as well. There are classes that then change properties of certain things. I am, of course, talking about this. There is now a class dedicated to this. Which then means that you can have things attached to your stone fist, like swords and guns and all sorts of silly stuff. And yeah, should be fun. Right, we need to get these tasks moving. Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. Cool. Talking too much. I'm not going to get the leveling up done in time, am I? Lovely. Easily, she's had plenty of practice thanks to me. Although she does suggest a lot of the drinking games, so you know. 5-finger discount. The other thing that I would note to anybody who is playing this game and has got a good handle of it, but wondering why your spells aren't as effective or aren't as working, remember not to make them too powerful whilst reducing and not concentrating on reducing the mana cost. That's one of the regular complaints that I see on this game is, oh, they've changed something in the game. I've added all of these things to my gun, and now every time I summon it, I can't summon a second one straight away. It's like, yeah, you've made your starting gun too powerful, or you haven't got enough mana to sustain the build. These are all little things that you need to pay attention to. Adds to the awesomeness, but again, another one of these factors that adds to the complexity. So we're probably going to have to see that line at the bottom. We're probably going to have to do that again. Where, see, I'm standing all the way on this. I mean, there will be some that will recommend lying down for the flipping, I'd imagine. Oh, look at you! Oh, we can wall run too. Right, I've got to remember. When we get to the shop, if I stay there long enough and I don't remember, someone tell me to take hang time off. I'm missing going upside down. Ow, ow. Pinball wizard. See? Donkey Kong? Oh, that was rubbish. This is why I don't play Donkey Kong. Dark magic. See what I mean about the flame pillars? I'm not activating these. These are just coming on because the enemies are doing their magic. And it just adds a little bit more to the background without feeling too overwhelming. It makes it feel more hellscapey. The other thing I will say is some of the levels, particularly the ones that have got a lot of wood in them, look a bit bland. This level looks fucking great. Some of them are just the right size. Some of them are a touch too small. There aren't any that are too big, I don't think. It's something that I do think is missing from this that Sairento had, is more levels. There is one in the game, more levels that are actually like progressing. Oh dude, it's so good. It's so good. The katana is every fucking weeb's dream in this game as well. Part and parcel of the reason why I don't use a lot of them is I'm not particularly great with them. I can play this because I know how the systems work. It's reasonably easy when you understand the system to play it, and I'm really good at going upside down too, chat. But as far as the melee side of things is concerned, the systems in it aren't great, which then means that they require a lot of work. And with the gunplay and the magic as good as it is, melee for me has always taken a backseat in this game. Even the bow takes a backseat in this game. Part of the reason why the bow in this game is actually very good, and there's two kinds. One that you can summon, another that you can make out of two katanas. Fucking ridiculous. Only in Hellsweeper, I might add. But the bow and arrow in this game, part of the reason why I don't like it is it doesn't play into the game. As I've said before, the game is about doing as little damage as possible so that you can build your style score up and then get heap big points, which means more money, more experience, more echoes. And the bow is designed for like 1 and 2 shot kills. That's the only problem with the bow and the katana bow. Anything in this game that is designed to kill quickly is then kind of against the way that I like to play it for leveling up and getting cash and so on. Why is it so important to get lots and lots of cash in this game? Yeah, you're not gonna... I don't know why you even bother showing up half the time. They're just behind that wall getting absolutely fucking destroyed by my blood hosts. There you go. Job's a good one. Excellent work, evil hosts. Good job. Part of the reason why I'm so concerned about making money in this game is because of a trait that we have. The trait that I would recommend everybody to have as soon as you have the ability to equip it, or if it ever comes up in your run, is Gilded Boots. What does Gilded Boots do? It gives you 1 shield for every 350 obbles. Gold, basically. When basically, if you can then make lots and lots and lots of money, you have lots and lots and lots of shields. Note, during the entire stream, they haven't even got anywhere near my life bar, let alone through my shields. Literally, the deflector shield is still up. This thing's operational. Everybody, pull up. As in, get the fuck out. Oh, come on! What better way to learn? Yeah. It's one of those things. In all honesty, Von is probably right. But not for the reason that she gave. Yes, I will explain how all the systems work, because I don't want anybody missing out on any of the cool shit that you can do in this game. However, part of the great thing about this game, just like Dungeons of Eternity, if you find a high-level player that is happy to drag you through the game, well, they shouldn't be happy, because they're potentially ruining your 30 quid's worth, or 25 quid's worth, of experience, because... you know, you'll be at top level before you know it. You'll have absolutely everything available. You won't have learned about any of it either. And, yeah. You know, it's like, oh, you heard of Monster Hunter, haven't you? Right, here's all the best armor and all the best weapons. Use these ones, these ones, these ones. So, well, where's the fun in that? You'll be able to kill everything really easily. No fun at all. Again, in a lot of games, the learning experience is part and parcel of it. Now, if you've played games of this ilk and similar games before, then it's like, yeah, dude, I know what I'm... Like, you know, if someone said to me on Contractors, oh man, I could give you a load of stuff, but you should really go through the game and experience it from level 1 to level 50 of your own accord. It's like, yeah, been there, fucking done that, on not just Xfil, but a load of other games like it as well. I'll take all the good stuff. I know where this is going. But yeah. Hey, thing is, Dread, each to their own, dude. Each to their own. The whole point, as I said, the reason why I don't use all of this fucking glorious weaponry is because I like what I like. I'm a simple guy. I'm a very simple guy when it comes to For me, again, like, it's part of the reason why this is just too much. All of this is just too much because I'll find what I like and then I'll master it. That's the whole point. And then, you know, once I've got everything... So the thing about this game as well is it actually favors that as well. So although there's a lot of choice, it favors the specialist. Because if you specialize in a set of things, you can use... Even if it, like... Say, for instance, you got onto this game and you were like, I love the pistol. Fuck everything else. Just equip all of the things that you're not going to use. You'll slowly level them up. And then they will be very powerful if you ever come along to experimenting with them and using them. Yeah, we don't need any of that. As I said, my standing theory is you get more experience if you have more gold when you get to the end. The game takes a chunk of obbles off of you at the end of a chapter. Right, we better... Right, battery changing. I remember, chat. It's almost like I heard Von Ghost reminding me. I am having to be, if I'm going to stand any chance of playing much of IST after this, I am going to have to be clever with my battery. Especially in this heat, I don't think my batteries do particularly well. Oh, that's warm. Right, quick drink. Everybody hydrate. Oh, did I? Echoing through time, Von, echoing through time. Yeah, I just didn't get around to change. To be fair, again, I am streaming this. It is a warm day. My battery was... Yeah, no, I did check back then as well. I'm streaming this. It's a hot day. The hour and 40 minutes that we've done so far has only half drained one of my hot swappable batteries. So this is another one of those games that is friendly on the battery life. There's some that are absolute fucking monsters. Oh shit. Like, I love the gestures in this as well. I've shown you lightning, fire, blood, and it's such a simple system. Flick and press grip, flick and press grip, and you can get what you want. And then when you have got your setup how you like, what you can accomplish is fucking awesome. And boss time. Oh, pride! You know what comes before pride? Fucking Iron Man style unibeams, that's what. Boss down. They're still going as well. Look at that, they're still on in the fight. They're still ready. It's like, I don't think the beam on these is a particularly good effect. It's just a yellow line. Is it passable? Yeah, fine. Be nice to see it a little bit more lasery, I guess. Hello, John. Little bit more lasery. Gain maximum health regenerates more slowly over time. Yeah, not that that matters. Oh, I didn't take fucking float off, chat. I didn't take it off. Come on. 100. 100. Yeah! Right, we're probably going to have to go through another one because it won't give us... I mean, we can get some experience by quitting early, but we'll go through one more. Right, I'll go quick. Much quicker. And just for anyone joining us, why am I trying to get up to level 100 today when I'm supposed to be showing off lots of cool new features? Well, we've kind of done a lot of them, but... Oh, shit! Another little trick here for you, possibly. Oh, that was bad form, wasn't it, chat? Doc, that counts as a death. I kind of wanted to show that off, because I don't think I've shown that off. So, being a roguelike, and we do want to stay at that level. I've got complacent there. We can actually be killed now, chat, even with all my shields. That is a 1. That is indeed a 1. So this is a little trick that I will show you off if you die. If you can quit the game quickly enough, i.e. before it loads to the death screen, you will be able to pick up your run from the start of the level. Now, there's sometimes it warrants doing that, and other times it's like, nah, fuck it, dude, I'll just die and go back. I was chatting with you guys. I still thought that I could face tank. I'll tell you why that happened in just a second. But you'll see here, we haven't lost our run. That didn't count as a death. We can continue our run. Nice trick. Let's, yeah, that was all part of the programmed schedule, people. That death was completely on purpose. No, it is. It is. Very complacent of me. I actually had this happen last time as well. Where the background, there is day and night cycle on it. I don't know what this is. So I'll tell you why we died. Because it's probably taken more than I thought it was going to. Let's have a look. Oh, you fucker! Right. This is why we've died. Note, what's missing here? Damage, mana, health. What's missing? Oh, shit. No, it's my fault. Oh, no! Chat, I replaced Gilded Boots. That is my fault. So, when you've got all of the blessings, I thought it replaced that one, not that one. So, I've replaced Gilded Boots with that shit, basically. And this is all because I didn't sell fucking hang time. So this is actually my fault. Not part of the game. I've solved the thing that gives me all the shields. A big time operator error. So this run has now gone from... Well, if we die now, we'll probably start again. But yeah, this is where the deaths will come in because I have to work now. And, yeah, a couple of hits and I am dead. We are, like, pretty much one shot at all times. So you'll see me moving around a hell of a lot. And I'll probably still get one shot. We need to get rid of that hang time. Oh, shit, now one of my hands is going! Possibly. We're still going to try and go super quick. All we need to do is get half a level up. So if I can do that, happy days. This is where the advice that I've given previously about making sure you destroy all of the totems in the game. And the reason being is because totems can do that. Yeah, we're going to have to start again. Fuck! So we are now at the point where a single tap, because I've done nothing to improve my health in the game because I've been relying on my shields, is enough. If you get to this screen, too late. Run over. You can't exit. Boo. Oh, Hellswarm got me then, tell ya. So... I'm sure the way that used to work was that when you get a blessing, when you get all of your blessings filled up, it used to replace the last one. Now it replaces the first one, which meant that we replaced Gilded Boots, which is the crutch that everybody should be using in this game. The more money you have, the more shield you have. Anyway, right, it's not a majors. Hell, very unexpected counting, actually. This is what, thing is, it's not a bad shout, because we don't want to go straight from this into this level 100 thing. I can show you a little bit about my setup, because that was a run that I had going. Use your souls, because you should get lots of them, and they're now only for cosmetics, to boost your run. Put the difficulty on as high as you can manage, because you get a bigger multiplier. This also increases loot drops, gives you stats and better rewards as well. If you can then put the endless mode on, you can carry on going, and it's just a very quick way to level up. And then if you can manage it, I can, but it isn't a great way to stream, is you go with an empty loadout. I will do an empty loadout run on stream at some point, where basically you start with nothing and you get given a handful of items. We could use this to have a look at the battle bonus, which doesn't give us any additional things, but treasure chests and loot totems will not appear, but rewards and enemy drops are increased. So it just basically means we'll make money faster. Let's do that. So this is the new mode. Thing is, it's not a new mode. It's not a new mode. It's a variation on an existing mode. Because there's nothing new about this. It's still the roguelike. It's just missing a lot of features. This is what happens when people like purists get their fucking way with Hellsweeper, I'd imagine. Because I think somebody will have asked for this. These things here at the start are what that extra 666 gets you. The other thing that I can tell you as well, if these two things are shit and you don't like them, again, I've shown this off before, and that is when you get to the higher level, there's so many blessings that you could just be offered absolute shit ones, although Ape Grip's pretty good. You can press the menu button, go to save and return to hall, come back into the run, and it will change the power-ups that you are given and the blessings. You can also do the same with another one. You can also do the same with one of the empty loadout runs, if you really wanted to. $666, huh? So, let's try and get that last level up. So, this is the most dangerous point of this run when I don't have any money, or I have very little money. So we need to make sure we get our evil hosts out there chopping shit up because of how my build is set up. We need to get money quite quickly. At least I got my flip back now as well. Hey! I can still very much be one-shotted at this point, but now that we've got money from just kills, we should be fine. Note the yellow around my... Ow. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Yellow around my life bar. Probably should use these finger guns that I keep banging on about, shouldn't I? They might actually be, at this stage, more powerful than my revolvers. They're not far off. They do have homing bullets straight off the bat, though, which is nice. And upside down. Yep, still goes pew 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 pew. Can confirm. As said, you can imbue them, you can make them stronger through various... There's not a lot on the old pew-pews, but you can make them stronger and better. More evil hosts, please. That's a lot of enemies. Note as well that, that blessing that I got, which is called 8 grip, now means all guns and weapons that I hold now count as if I'm two-handing them. So that then means that both, if I'm doing that and I get the piercing shot, I can dual wield that now. And this is what I mean about the power-ups and the things that they do in this game actually fucking change the game, as opposed to, oh, this is 10% more damaging now. Oh, this is 5% more damaging. Look at IST, the Interstellar Strike Team, the game that we're all playing at the moment. When you upgrade your cannons, it's 10% more damage, but they go a little bit greener. And then when you upgrade them to the top level, they go from blue to solid green. It isn't a big thing, but something to denote that they are different from standard is nice. The other thing to note as well with the setup that I have, smashing bodies into things, if I can get them to explode, they drop money. This is part of paid violence. But until you get the exploding corpse... Until you get the exploding corpse ability, you have to manually throw bodies into walls for extra money. And again, more money normally when you have gilded boots means more shields, and in this class, more money means more damage. 30 enemies? Oh man, come on! Should have been a level 100 by now. So the other thing now that we have started again, our evil hosts won't be quite as upgraded as they were previously, so they won't be doing as much damage and they won't stick around as long either, unfortunately. What does that mean? Well, we just have to cast more, won't we? Also note... Oh, fuck. There's a knife in my hand. Also note, when I am casting Blood Balls, it uses a huge amount of mana each time. Technically, if I do both of those, I'm out of mana. How am I getting the blood cast off? By slapping my hands together and firing. A lot of times, you will miscast if you put these together, point, and then press the button, because you run out of mana whilst you are in... whilst you're in this form. Now, this is the Ice Ultimate. It also has a beam that does some ice effects as well. I forgot that we had that equipped. And obviously, ice slows dudes too. Ice is always a little underwhelming. Ice is underwhelming in this game, but I can't remember what these are. Oh yeah, they fire... yeah. And they're not too bad. They're probably as good as the fire ones. I haven't really played around with them. They'll do a lot of damage, but they'll also slow the enemy as well. This is another kind of Blood Ball. These are the... like... that's the ice one. That's the blood host. That's the lightning one. We've exchanged ice over for fire, which isn't the end of the world. If I pick it up during the run, I can change it back. Where is... oh, huh. Yeah, you don't need aim in this. Oh, more water. It very much is, Chris, but my advice would be pick a thing that you like. When you first start this game, oh, there you go, Forbidden Knowledge. You make one of those up with 2 of the Red Valentine power-ups, and then you can forge this one. White, common, blue, rare, yellow, forged. Orange, don't worry about orange. Yep. Always go with what you like in this game, or what you think you're going to like. Very important. But even if you start out with revolvers and you start out with fire magic, in my opinion, 2 of the best things in the game, then in that case you start with what they give you, Chris, fire magic and revolvers, and then go from there and see what you like about fire magic and revolvers. You might like the ultimate from fire magic, you might like the flamethrower from magic, you might like the explosive bolts that you can throw from fire magic, and each one of those things is better in another kind of magic, usually. Oh, you also start off with the sword as well, so you could give that a try, but I would start with magic and a ranged weapon. But the beauty of it is, you can take, as I said, you can take up to 6 things into battle. 1 is on your shoulder, 1 is on your hip, 1 left, 1 down, 1 right, or the other left, 1 up. And then basically get blood magic and never look back. Simples. Blood magic, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it beautiful? And we're already at the stage now where they will not be able to pierce my shields, I don't think. Maybe famous last words. The reason why they were able to pierce my shields in that last run is because I had no shields. I gave them away for a fucking power-up. Not bad shout. Let's test these. Oh, oh, oh. Huh? Go on, stand up. Ow. Fucking stood up and everything. Go on then. Oh man, these guys got the better of us. That one didn't. Top tip if you are... Oh shit. Oh no, we're okay. Top tip if you are trying to take down the ice enemies. See these big ice crystals? If you destroy them first, if you destroy all of them on one of an ice enemy, they go down incredibly quickly. However, we don't want that, because remember that thing where I said the more hits you get on things, the better. I love ice enemies in this game because they take an absolute pasting before they go down, which means we get more style. Hello, Decrepit. Like, Decrepit would find something in this game that he likes that would probably be quite unique as well. Because he's one of those weird gamer types, isn't he? But blood magic is kind of the obvious one. Blood magic is kind of the obvious one to go for just because of how bloody good it is and how versatile it is. You know what they say, ladies, once you go blood magic, you don't go back. Kim and Von can attest to it. Well, Kim will be able to attest to it soon. Come on a schedule, let's go. Let's tidy this up. More lightning. Different types are... Ooh, these are miscasting. Different types are more susceptible to different kinds of magic. I think ice is susceptible to lightning. Fire is susceptible to ice, and then... Ice might be blood. I know ice and fire obviously are... I think they're susceptible to each other in this. I know normally they are in these sort of games, but yeah, there are also elemental weaknesses within the game. We definitely need to level these up. All of those screens can actually look quite exhausting and quite extensive, and truth be told, there are a lot of options. The one thing that this game did do well when I played it originally, I don't know if it's changed, is... Well, no, it will still do it well. As you level up your character, that levels up the epithets that you can get and also the options that you can purchase into, and then you can also level up your weaponry. The more you level up the weaponry, the more variety of traits there are available for that particular weapon. So it all helps to section everything down so that you can grow with the game and learn everything about it as you play. Or just come and sit in a multiplayer lobby with me and I'll tell you everything you need to know about your favourite. That's the easy part. Let's try and make some people slip over. That's actually quite funny. I like it. Like, look, that's what I'm talking about. Look how... This is one of those particularly bland levels that I was talking about. Notice how it is not bland anymore because there's ice effects. They're not even particularly great ice effects. They don't need to be. It's just that stark light blue against the flooring. And the fact that spider ladies are falling over on it is great. Absolutely great. All right, blood magic time. Oh, this is just, we're just doing survival. These are the blood ghosts at work. You just cast them by doing this. They then just home in on everything and just combo it out of existence with lots of little taps. Why is it good? Doesn't do a lot of damage, does do a lot of hits, stun locks enemies as you're doing it, and homes in on the nearest threat. Huge amounts of style for basically playing patty cake with the floor. Let's get some of these in there. Oh, don't slip! He's slipping! Awful in the battery juice. Oh, I'll tell you what, this ice makes it a pain in the ass to get my rewards though. Give me that. Really long clip. One of my favourites for the revolver. We'll get experiences gold. Lovely. So, after those first couple of levels in the amount of cash that we'll have earned, we're already silly powerful. Not as silly powerful as we were previously, because I should be searching all the chests for more upgrades, but we're here with our very specific set of skills to get to the end. So I'm now very much speedrunning it. Because I want to see. I'm in the dark as much as anybody else is. What I'm hoping, it definitely said that there is some kind of event when you get promoted. I'm hoping it's not a fucking ceremony. I'm hoping it's some sort of fight. But, we shall see. Alright, let's get this ice working. What's ice blood magic like? I mean, unlike the Unibeam Sentinel ones, they do actually move in and attack enemies, which is quite cool. And they do look good as well. They look better than the Unibeams, but they're not quite as good as the Unibeams. Unibeams. Do with getting fire magic back before the boss, but I'm pretty sure we can kill it with just the lightning variant. Ooh. Look at this for the level of detail. There's 4 little corners. 4 little corners, and you can ice each one of them individually. Why? Because detail. Because if you couldn't, I would have gone, ah. That's why. And that's enough. Well done, Mixed Realms. Tension, again, is something that I've said previously and always matters to me in VR. People that do that, whether that's just robustness of the programming or people have paid attention to the details, it doesn't matter. The fact that I can do that, is it going to win any developer an award? No. But if you couldn't do that, you'd be like, oh man, there's definitely water there and I can't ice it. So many games. So many fucking games where you can't do that. Oh, didn't scratch. That one did. Yup. Yeah, we've totally got telekinesis as well. Don't know if I mentioned that. Totes telekinesis. Right, let's get out of here. Again, style kill bonus. You only need to get in the 60,000 regions to maximize your rewards. We're actually getting double the rewards right now because of the mode that we're playing. You know, the one that's no fun. But it does the job. It's fast to go through. This mode is probably its purpose is to grind out XP. Because I would imagine the Mixed Realms team are probably like, oh, we've got all of these masks strapped behind level 100 and no one's got there. Or very few people have ground out level 100. Do note as well, because I'm playing in Hellsweeper mode, this slowdown that the enemies get on them is debuffed. and also the time that I spend within my flip is increased, so that's actually faster than normal, even though I've got it on slowest. Attention to detail. I mean, that's not water, is it? That is blood. But, you know, ice blood, isn't it? I'll allow it. The level of maneuverability on this game is something that I don't speak about all that often. But you can jump, and then you can use your mana to dash in any direction. And then if you're a crazy man like Dread, you can change that so that you can even dash in the direction that you're looking in. That's one level of complexity I could do without, thanks very much. Hello, Athon. Bye-bye. Right, let's get some boys in. Finish the job. Ooh, try not to go off the platform. If you do fall off there, you just take a small life penalty. It doesn't count as a death. There we go. No, me neither. Thing is, Athon, you probably haven't played Sairento. It had similar. The only thing that it was missing in Sairento was the air dash, but they did have the ability for you to run up walls and then flip off the top as a move. You can do that in this game, it just, yeah, it doesn't work quite as well. But it was cool as fuck. Its violence is very unique. Right, come on, quick now. We want that level 100. Faster, faster, faster. Take this. So much money! So I said, we're playing in the other mode that was recently added, and it basically doubles your rewards. Note how I am not getting anything chest-wise, so I wouldn't have the ability to level up any of my weaponry, even if I wanted to. Oh, yeah. Depending on how you play this game, this can be as over or underpowered a fantasy as you want it to be. But it's more of a overpower. This is your overpower trip game, if that's what you're after. For me, it's easily the best one on VR. Woo, split that one in half. Oh, we ain't got fire anymore. You can turn those on with lightning balls. So even if you're not a fire user, you can still make use of the traps. I think I might have singed my hair. Always a problem in VR games. Always a problem in a lot of games, actually, the old geometry. Oh, these guns are powerful with that 8 grip, let me tell you. Right, come on, move this along. It's the other reason why I like the lightning ones. Even though they are quite weak, they'll go out there and just teleport onto and electrocute enemies until they're dead or they disappear. Which then means that I could just sit here and watch the clock. Where's that? Over there. Again, as well, I'm playing it on Hellsweeper difficulty. You don't usually get multiple objectives in an arena. You usually just get one. You get things like kill the enemies within the sphere, kill all enemies in waves, just kill all enemies. There's another one which is kill the totems, enemies will spawn unlimited until you've destroyed all of said totems. So, yes, you can. And the enemies can set it off as well, as Athon, which is quite cool. Yeah, you can ice the water, electrocute the water, flame the gas things, and electrocute the gas things. So, I'll show you the gas one. I can show you the gas one. We want packed lunch. The thing is, as I was saying to everybody earlier, Athon, it doesn't do a lot. Maybe it doesn't do a lot for me because I'm playing it on a harder difficulty, so it doesn't actually... Oh. Hang on. Maybe they don't... Maybe you can't set them off? Or is it the oh, they have to be smoking. There you go. So they're on a cooldown when they've got that red thing on them. But, yeah, so it's not particularly strong, and it's not like, you know, fucking trap of the century. But what it does do is as you're flying round and fighting, there's flamethrowers coming out of the ground and out of walls. Lakes are getting electrified and iced. And so I wasn't particularly impressed with it because it isn't going to do me any favours, and I don't think it's that good an addition for damage. What it does look good is it makes the backgrounds look better. And again, it's my only bone of contention with this game is like some of the skyboxes are a bit crap and some of the maps are a bit bland. They're always quite unique and detailed in levels of verticality, platforming, jumping, running around, and so on. This is a good level. Part of the problem for me is it's all like bland because it's all wood. And yeah, and then that skybox kind of looks better than it did. But again, these are little things, you know, it's just the background whilst you're fighting. On close inspection, it all actually looks quite good. It just looks very bland when it's your background whilst fighting. So, but yeah, again, not something that I'm really worried about. It's the only thing that I can think to criticize this game on. Oh, and the the multiplayer and how often it does and doesn't work. Again, don't get me wrong, I like this game in multiplayer. I like playing it with people in multiplayer for the same reason that I like playing Exfil in multiplayer. I don't need to be there for the leveling up. No, I'm not a graphics tart. I am not. No, the thing is, there's a difference here, Bond. It is a good point, but there's a difference here. There's good graphics, and then being like beautiful, and then there's being like serviceable. Now, the background graphics are serviceable, but they're the only thing that I could think like that. It's the only thing that I think could just do with a little bit of a lift. But if that then means that we drop frames and the enemies don't look as good, it doesn't fucking matter. Ooh. Bottled! Oh, man. See, you can Donkey Kong. Which set the fire trap off, which killed one of them. We win! Oop. With a knife in my hand. I don't know, I don't like to present, I don't like to just gush about a game. I think you've all heard me gush about this game. It's, other than, as I said, other than, you know, the multiplayer, which, again, I'll talk about in a bit. Other than the multiplayer and it being a little unreliable, that's being fucking generous. Hey, look, that was a blood river. I could ice that one up. Come on, then. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, these guys got the memo. That's flying. That's not fair. It is a nice touch that they slip over And then, as you can see, that electrifies them, and even the ones that are floating still don't seem to be immune to that. But yeah, I always like to present something, you know, a game, unless it's 10 out of 10 game of the year, there's got to be something that they can do. And it's the only thing that I can genuinely think of in this game is touch up the backgrounds a little bit. And it's, the thing is, as well, it's not even really the graphics. It's actually the art design, the color palette. But yeah, and as we were talking about, the multiplayer isn't that as important for me. I like the multiplayer, but I've known this game for a long time as a single player. The fact that the multiplayer experience is a bit shaky at best, even when the servers are up and running. We've had some great times on the multiplayer in this game. Hell, we've run it once on the channel, but there is a reason why we've only done this multiplayer once on the channel. I think it was once, maybe twice. Is because the updates and the multiplayer on this can be a little twitchy. So I would say don't get this game for multiplayer. Get this game for the single player experience. The multiplayer you will get working at some point. Just don't buy it on that basis. This is I think for me, this is definitely a better single player game than a multi. Yeah, I got it because I like Sairento. Sairento, great. Yes, you can. You're supposed to remove the knives in your hand, Kim. Every knife that you get in your hand takes your maximum amount of health that you can replenish down, so you have to pull the knives out of your hand. It's a mechanic. It's a mechanic! Right, let's get through this quick. Do the boss. As I said, the multiplayer does work. It just seems that they break it quite often. Like, I can't think of an update. Actually, no, that's a lie. There's been one or two updates that they've done where the multiplayer has still worked after the update. But more often than not, they do an update, it breaks the multiplayer, they then have to sort the multiplayer out. The thing is, the other problem as well is it's a crying shame that there aren't more... Oh, these are both bad choices. We'll do that one. That doesn't affect us too much. Just don't die, everybody. The crying shame of it is, as well, a lot of the problems that the multiplayer has won't get reported because there's not many people playing the multiplayer. As we were talking about the other day, I think a lot of people who play this do play it for the single player. So, I like that it's got cooperative. I love that it's got a 3-player, because, you know, 3 is always better than 2, right? And, but for me, this game, I've put so many hours into this game as a single player. Same with Sairento as well. Yeah, well, that little double entendre was what I was following on from with Kim. Couldn't get it out. She couldn't get it out. It's stuck in there. Can't get it out. Pew pew. Can I have an exit, please, Bob? Again, this is very much a stream of that whole "don't do what Donnie don't" does thing. Always exit the vaults, which is the last stage that you get, where you get loads of chests usually. Like, this is part of the problem that one of the things that I don't like about this new mode. Why fucking bring us to the vaults? This is a level designed for smashing totems and raiding chests, and because of the mode there isn't a single fucking one. So it kind of makes this level a little bit redundant for this new mode. The other thing to note, when you get to the vaults, which will always, or infinite corridor, whichever one you remember it as. I remember it as the infinite corridor. Or vaults. I can't remember what it's called now. Anyway, when you get to this level, there will be 2 exits. The purple one, or red one, if you get an earlier vaults, will take you to the next level. A yellow exit will take you to the shop. Always find the yellow exit to take a free shop visit. It's stupid not to. Stupid not to. Right, what time are we at? 10:30. Look at this. Look at this, chat. Let's see how effective these are against bosses. Probably going to have to do some extra casts. Let's try not to get our asses kicked. We'll just do the normal one. Oh, these might struggle against him. Oh, there. Fuck! Jesus Christ, 1 salvo. I didn't even think they were going to fire. Wow. Ice pretty fucking strong, chat. I like fire, though. Ice, unfortunately, for me, is too weak a magic. But although the ability to now make it, you know, make the lake slippery is quite funny. The power of ice is this. And as you float, you get like a snake-like tail. And also, part of the reason why, again, I'm not a massive fan of ice in this is its ultimate suits more defensive styles, which I am not. I'm flipping upside down, firing shots, blood magic, aggression, 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 and then just when they think they've had enough aggression, more aggression. Ice is very good if you are doing basically a tank slow damage build. Again, all has its place. Vaughn likes ice, and also ice has got a little bit more love now in respect to the fact that it can ice lakes. Ooh, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could, if that went across the entire thing? That'd be amazing. Don't need to. This should get us to 100. Oh, no, not should. This will get us to 100, guaranteed. And then I'll end the run, and then we'll go and see what it is that we got to go and do. Oh, dear. Who leaves a fucking gap there? There it is. Level 100. We rest at Hall. I know, I'm almost there, Hopefully this won't be too much. So I just want to make, before we have a look at this, that wasn't a death. I just fell off. Right, abandon. Giving up already, the trials of hell await you. This is the only reason why I've actually got any failed runs on stats, the videos that I've done and so on. Right, how do I don't even know how to do this. So we're at level, oh, I saw it. Look at this. You get it. Look, this is what I'm talking about. 1% of players will probably see fucking level 100. It's got its own icon. It's got its own tab. Prove your prowess in combat. Earn the respect of both your allies and your enemies. Right, we'll hold that thought. Ice is good, but I'm more comfortable and have fire, actually, because I haven't put any of the things on the trait slots. Pop, 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 pop. Cool. Ready to prove ourselves, chat? Prove your prowess in combat. Earn the respect of both your allies and your enemies. Enter the portal. I have no idea what this is, but I know what the rewards are, or at least I know what one of the rewards are. Please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash. Ooh. Ooh. This is definitely something that the game needed. Like, look at this skybox. That's the thing that you can see. It's like it'll be like a wallpaper all around the dome of this level. This skybox looks fucking great. A lot of them in this look pretty bad. And they've made the water effect a lot better in this. This was definitely one of the weaker levels. Now that they've upped the lighting and changed things about it. This game all the levels can be featured in day and night as well. So, just so you know. So, technically, this will be either the wheelie boss or Pride, because there's no other things with it. Or it's something even I haven't seen yet. But, let's prep for it. We'll just do one, because I don't want to kill it too quick. Oh, it's a Hellsweeper. Well, you're going to fucking get done pretty quick, aren't you? Although... oh, we might die here. He's got all the powers. I hope this is damaging him. It doesn't look like it is. Oh, there we go. Dead. Wow, he took a lot of fucking damage. Proven, eh? Little dance, paint and pending for level 100s into promotion level 1 only. See, they've even done things for this specifically. This is a developer that pays attention to the little fucking things. I'm telling you now. Now, here's the kicker. Has it been worth the last 2 days of me learning how to grind levels up and grinding? You have unlocked the following epithet. You can view them at the loadout. Now, I've got an idea of what this is because we saw this in one of the beta builds earlier. I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to make my level 100 all dramatic and shit. And yes, I do have a soapbox. Before you die, you should need to be revived. You should. You're not wrong, Kim. You're not wrong. But in a single player game, come on now, Kim. Come on now. Right, let's have a look. So, we are never... so this is similar to this whole prestige thing, except we keep all the levels for all of our guns. So it just resets our level and we start again, which means that there might be another award for getting to the equivalent of level 200. Will I do that? If somebody tells me there's shinies, possibly. Now, I do believe that our reward... it's right there, look. Oh, no. No! That's not gold! That's white! It says gold! This is the white! What's this one look like? Oh, I have to unlock it. Ugh. Ah! Mixed realms, sort it out! That's not gold! Somebody's put a face mask on my character. Oh, man. Look! Look! Hang on, let's just... No, it wouldn't make any odds, would it? Oh, does it look any better on the female avatar? No. No! Oh. Oh, mixed realms. Come on. Like, that looks cool as fuck. If they did that, but it had this. It's not like they can't fucking get a shiny chrome effect. Aww. Oh man, do you know what? Do you know what the purpose of this video tonight was? It was to show off all the new features. I think we've accomplished that. It was also supposed to encourage people to get to level 100 to see the awesome shinies that we get. And they're not so shiny and they're not so awesome. And on that bombshell, we shall indeed end it there. This has been the ever-fantastic Hellsweeper, running natively on the Quest 3. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.